Ciao, welcome. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody for showing up and being present here with me in this journey. How is everyone feeling? How are you doing? Wow, happy new moon, happy Gemini season. We're just having 3 planets go retrograde in 3 days. Wow, so if you're new to my channel, I start off with a bit of an energetic rant of sorts, as I call it, and kind of just like talk about some of the things that are going on right now, planetarily wise, energetically wise, and then also just kind of like what I've been like getting vibes and messages and visitors telling me about I need to share. So let's start with what's going on. What is a retrograde? I think a lot of people are super like kick back. That's how I look at it, like this. Okay, retrograde. Retrograde just simply means, right, all the planets are moving like this. All the planets are moving in this circle, and like a lot of the planets actually every year kind of like take some time and like they go retrograde. Certain planets, like a few planets that are in retrograde right now, have already like generally go retrograde for a long time, each year, months, like 5-6 months, you know, like a long time. So what's happening is the planets aren't going like this. They start kind of like slowing their pace, or seem to be what's moving backwards from our perspective, Earthling perspective, right? So they're going backwards. And so what's happening is it's re-going, it's retrograding, it's going backwards to do all these little signs and what we just, and the planets and everything that we just went through. So it kind of like, since it's going backwards, we basically are in a point where we have to like, okay, we have to check out, like look back on things we started maybe a long time ago, like maybe things that we haven't let go of for a long time, maybe things that we need to just kind of like finish off once and for all. That would actually be a really great, now is an amazing time for this, right? So, yeah. First of all, it means they're just going backwards for a little bit. So we're gonna have to work back through some things that we didn't work through previously. So that's where we're at, right? So we're recalibrating. So retrogrades don't necessarily mean bad. People get scared, right? Like Mercury goes retrograde a few times a year, but like these other planets go retrograde, and they're like normally in retrograding for longer periods of time, right? So let's talk about each of these planets that are retrograde and have gone retrograde, and what that means, like how that is affecting us, essentially, right? Okay, so in the beginning of May, hold on, I have dates right here. Yeah, in the beginning of May, April, April, I think. I don't have a date for this, but I feel like in April is when, the end of April is when Pluto actually went retrograde. Okay? So Pluto is a planet of transformation, you know, things changing, creativity, abrupt endings and new beginnings. So sometimes like when things end, like it's okay. Because I mean, something new is coming in, right? We have to be really accepting of this in general. So, yeah, so that's what's been happening, right? And that's going to keep going. And then we had Saturn. So like on the 12th or on the 11th, of this month, Saturn started going retrograde, right? So Saturn is the planet of contraction. Saturn is with Capricorn, right? So Saturn is everything has to be done and complete before anybody gets anything. There's a way and a rule and a rhyme and a reason for everything. So they're the planet of like limitation, contraction, like but like hard, like a lot of a lot of energy, a lot of things like this. But long-term goals, yeah, long-term life goals, like they've been working on it for a while. Also delayed gratification. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean that everything is bad, right? So we're going back and we're contracting a little bit, and we're looking at like, okay, what have we actually been working on for a long time? Like, what do we want to give more of our time that we've been working on for a long time, or that we started a long time ago, that maybe it's time to revisit and bring back up to this space? Okay, what is this actual, what is this thing? You know, things, what are these things that we didn't complete, that we maybe put off more than we should? Like, now is a great time to rectify this, right? Then Venus, on the 13th, Venus went retrograde, right? And this is going to cause a whole bunch of intense energy. So this is Venus, this is what the popcorn comes. Venus is all about love, partnerships, relationships, all different types, right? It's about connectivity, love, but it's also about money, intuition, like careful thought, like what are we doing, right? Venus wants to get like, what are we doing with this? Like, I want to, you know, Venus retrograding and being in Gemini, they want to know what's going on. They want to know, maybe like, we want to see like what everybody's up to. We want to see what kind of like offers maybe are on the table, right? We're revisiting like, maybe old relationships, old, people might pop up that we haven't talked to in a long time. People might want to start business. People might want to, you know, start dating or make an offer, you know. So Venus is going to be very strong. You know, we're going to feel, you guys might have been halfway through this month starting to feel like you need companionship, or do you feel like a little bit lonely, or, you know, it just was going to have more of a prominent vibration or feeling, right? And then after that, Jupiter is about expansion. So Jupiter is about knowledge, learning, growth, spiritual growth, philosophy. I want to look a Sagittarius and Pisces. Okay, I was like, this planet does Jupiter belong to? So yeah, we really want to get, this is a great time to expand our big dreams, right? We really want to have our head in the clouds a little bit. We want to have these like big fantasies, these big fulfillments, these things that we've always wanted. We want to kind of have them like manifesting in, right? Like thinking bigger, dreaming bigger. Like, who's our team? Who do we want to work with, right? Who's our team? How are we going to get this done? So this is the energy where we're at now, right? With everything going on. We're really, and new moon being in Gemini, of course, and Mercury being back in Gemini, which is in its own planet of communication. Okay, so what we're really doing is we are finding the balancing act, right? Venus is coming up. Venus is super, super loving, super feminine, very, right? And then we have Gemini come in, and they're very like, they want to talk about it. They want to talk about how everything is done, and yeah, figure out how we can make this all happen. So this is where we're at right now, guys. Who do we want to talk to? What are we trying to accomplish? What are our big dreams, our big goals, our things that we really like, we dreamt of doing before, or making a reality before, right? But it's like, maybe like something else became more important, or we forgot about it, or we stopped talking to somebody, we stopped dating somebody, you know, just because the person from a past doesn't have to physically come back. Sometimes we'll sit with feelings that came back from being with that person or in that relationship, and that's kind of where we're going. Like we're sitting in that moment of like, okay, you know, like maybe don't call them, maybe do if it makes you feel better, maybe write a letter. It's always good to write letters and, you know, throw them into the ocean or to the fire later if you don't feel like sending them to the person. So yeah, what we're doing right now is we're really wanting to communicate. We're going to figure out better ways to come together as collective groups. Who we want to be on our team, like who is actually practicing what they preach, who is living the way that they want to be living, that they want to say that they're living, that they're doing, you know, what is all this? Who are the people? Like, what projects do you want to work on? Like, how can we better facilitate? If we have bigger dreams or bigger projects, how can we better facilitate and access more of our people and our connections all around the world to be making things happen and to be keeping a flow, you know, just to be, we can keep doing everything. It's not that hard. I know that, you know, people who have done Burning Man or camping or anything like that, like any type of extreme stuff, like, you know, it's like you have to kind of get along with people, you know, you have to like have your shit ready, get along with people. You have to really just figure out like who are the people that you want to go like camp with or go like spend some time with, like who is on the team, who has the same morale, the same visions, okay, the same dreams, who has the same vibration. Find those people, connect with those people. This is really what it comes down to. Like, pretend like these are the people that you're gonna have to work with for the next, you know, however many years, rest of your life. Who's gonna be your team? What do you wanna do? Wow, that's cool, 1333. So yeah, manifestation number, right? What are we manifesting? What are we like, with all of this happening, right? And now we have this new moon, we have all this extra energy coming in the planet, this ascension. Oh, wow, dude, what are we doing? What are we manifesting? Okay? We're having kind of like a shift, you know, of like our consciousness and our connectivity and like where we want to go, what we want to connect with. You know, not everyone, some people want to remain in 3D and that's okay. Some people want to just vibrate a little bit higher and get on this next level, and that's okay too, right? It's our choice, right? That's our choice. That's what we're here to do on this amazing planet and these amazing experience of being spiritual beings having this human experience, right? So anyways, thanks for listening to my long rant. Sorry it was so long. Sorry, I feel like we're in the light. So much light. That's cool. Maybe the light is just like, maybe the light's just like penetrating all the darkness. Yeah. So, this new moon in Gemini. I'm sorry, I'm talking your head off, right? We're gonna want to talk about things. So, yeah, I hope you guys are following me here, and I hope you're into what I'm talking about, because all the planetary shifting is really affecting each of us. So it's important, I guess, that we kind of tune into it. We kind of check out how to tune into ourselves and how certain things are going to affect us more than others, and how we can handle it, how we can go through them. I'm sure we've been feeling a lot of loneliness and a lot of depression, probably a lot of sadness, maybe anxiety. If you have been experiencing all these things, that is due to many things that are going on around the world, where you are, planetarily wise, in our universe, in our solar system, okay? So, let's take a breath and let's realize that we're in this super talkative sign of Gemini. So we're gonna want to communicate. Figure out who you want to communicate with, what you need to communicate about, and share it if needs be, because clearly messages need to come out. Thank you, universe. Messages for the collective, for this new moon. What? Now remember, these are gentle reads for the collective, okay? So if it's not for you, don't make it for you. If it doesn't resonate, don't make it have to resonate. Interesting. Okay. So this isn't a read for Gemini. This is just a new moon read. This is just whatever information is needing to come through for the collective. I'm just going to do a reading. So, like I said, if it resonates, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So the first card is the King. Male authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to the law, justice, right? It's a 3. It's like a third party thing. Like, okay, it's an other entity that's at work. Then we have the 7 of Swords on top of it. So, the 7 of Swords is really about someone kind of being a little bit sneaky, right? That's just the word that keeps popping up. Like, you're trying to think like maybe this means something else. Someone that's been sneaky, okay? This could be our governmental system that's being sneaky. This could be some type of authority. This could be a, like, the masculine energy of a partnership, you know? Yeah, someone got away with being sneaky. So whether this be work, relationship, I don't know. So we have the star on top of that. So that was their wish. That was their dream. That's what they were hoping for, right? They were hoping that whatever was going to happen as far as law or justice to come true, like that's what they were hoping to happen. Maybe it happened in a sneaky type of way, or maybe you had to do some sneaky shit. I don't know. You're gonna know. Let's read some more, okay? The Grail Knight is the second card, which is 6. So the 6 is all about like a receptive number, a receptive energy, right? The Grail Knight, this is all about romance, seeking the sacred, but it can also be illusion. So he's offering up this 1 cup, right? He's offering up this 1 cup. And on top of this, for clarification, comes the 9 of cups. So that would be 10 full cups. So what it looks like to me is somebody wants to make an offer. Okay, somebody wants to make this offer, an offer of love, right? They want to give it, but when they offer this cup, it's like this, right? It's the cup that's going to be the 10th cup. I can't make this shit up if I wanted to. The 10 of cups. Blend or meld. So yeah, they want to make this offering, this offer. They want to come together on this. They want it to be like equally received as it is offered. Is that possible? Okay, wow. It's getting juicy. Okay. Third card is risk. Okay. With the number 40. So this is like, see the arrows going 3 ways? This is like, okay, you're getting to a fork in the road, right? You're getting to a place, right? And like you have to take a risk now. You don't know which direction you're going. You don't know if it's the right direction or not, but you have to just be like, this is where I have to go. This is what I have to do, right? I have to take this risk. 4 is about 40, right? So it's equal 4. 4 is about like literally like forward movement, forward momentum, like making the choice. Do it. Now's a great time. We're in Gemini. Now's a great time to make a decision. Make a decision. Maybe don't make crazy monetary or intense relationship things. Maybe right now, but definitely do it. Card that comes up after that, strength. The 8. Yeah, you're gonna have to have strength. I'm really feeling 8th month. That's like Leo time. So really like Leo season, you know, like you need to start taking a little bit of risk and have strength in what you're, wow, have strength in the choice that you're making. Okay, take the risk, make the choice, but make the choice and just like stick with it. Work with your intuition and really stay like on point with yourself and be like, yeah, that's like what feels right, right? You're gonna know exactly what feels right because it's gonna be what takes you there. Okay, the Chariot. So either this can be 2 things. Chariot is the card of Cancer. So this can be, I'm getting strong Cancerian season. So there's something that, there's a risk that you need to take. And you need to take it now, like, okay, maybe in the next month. But I mean, this is for now. This is for the new moon, right? By this time, before before Cancer season, okay? Before Cancer season, you're gonna have to take the risk. You're gonna have to take the risk. You know what the risk is, okay? Whoever. You're gonna have to take the risk. You're gonna have the strength to stick with the choice that you've made, okay? Even if the risk is not doing it. Because the Chariot's all about the card that gets you there, right? The Chariot's all about, you have the body, you have the mind and the soul. And these two dudes are like the mind and the soul, and this dude's like the body. And so when it's all in alignment, right? When you're all in alignment, then that's how you get there, right? That's what takes you there. You have to know that's like the what carries you there. Whoa, wow, yeah, man. Somebody, whoa, man. Wow, yeah. Somebody wants to have this 10 of Cups bad. Look at that. They want to have this family. They want to have this baby. They want to have this 10 of Cups. That's the third time, okay? That's what you're going towards. That's what you have to take the risk towards. And you know, maybe you have to take the risk sooner. Maybe something else comes in by Cancer season. Maybe you're going somewhere by that time. And you're planning on doing this maybe come Leo season, August. Maybe you're planning on going somewhere before that if you can. Yeah, you're planning on going somewhere next month. Cancer season. Clarification. Yeah, clarification on the Chariot is the King of Cups. So this could also mean this could also involve Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So right now you're feeling cloudy, like on how, because it's like the sign of Gemini and 10. Maybe you're coming to a completion of feeling cloudy, okay? Now is a great time to let go of anything that you feel like was hurtful or harmful to you in the past. Just like kind of release all of that, right? Yeah, release anything that's dark, that's not serving you, you know, even if you just have to find somebody to talk to about something that happened, something with your family, with the past partner, anything, you know, just talk about it, talk it out, and then like have a laugh. Don't dwell on it, but like hold space for it for a minute, you know, hold space for it for a moment. Like it was there, it happened. Like, what's the lesson that you actually learned from it, and how did it make you a better being, right? A better, more aligned, awake being. That's really what retrograde is about, okay? Really, let's find the best way. And then on top of this, we have the 5 of Cups. So this indicates that you're far away. Distance or in the ethers. You're far away. Or the Scorpio is far away. This is a card of Scorpio. But 5 numerologically means it's going to change. 5 isn't change. 5 means change. So Maybe you're planning, maybe what's going on is you're actually planning to go and meet this other person, you know? You're planning on doing it soon. You're already planning on doing it. Oh, is what I feel. There's definitely been a lot of delays. Yeah, I don't know. It would definitely have to be. It's definitely, yeah, you're definitely going to change, but something happened. For sure, something happened, you know? But it's the end of that. It's time to let go of that, right? We have the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is really like heartache, pain. Like you need to let go of all of this that was previously from anything else. Now is a great time to take the garbage out. Like while the garbage truck is coming next week, like take the garbage out, you know, like process through it, whatever it is, process through it, and you know, write it down, burn it in a fire, let it go, let it go. Like now is a great time. We're not going to get this much leeway with all the planets and everything that's going on. Now is kind of a nice time, even though we're having all the feels. And the card that came up after that is death. So time for things to end, you know, like to make clear endings to all of these things that are still taking precedence in our life. You know, if you look at this card, see the girl crying at the bottom? You're not crying because, you know, somebody died. It's because she's really letting it, like, overtake her. And again, energy, he or she doesn't necessarily have to mean, you know, male or female. But following that, we have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So the Page of Pentacles is you're considering this new offer, you're considering this new thing, okay? Considering this new job, this new way of living, this new offer. You're really considering that, right? And you really thought about it, actually. The King of Swords, this is very well, very calculated thought. Like you really thought about it in every direction, right? You're ready to make that call, right? You're ready to make the call. The King of Swords is ready to take action. Words or action. He knows what he's saying. Okay, it's not an unplanned, it's a planned attack. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be an attack, but so yeah, it's planned. So what's planned? This movement. Okay, where are you going? Or where are you gonna go? This is crazy. I love this. Movement. 36 would be in 9. So yeah, coming to this end of the cycle. Maybe we're coming to the end of the cycle of not being able to move, or we're kind of, yes, so we're coming to the end of the cycle of not being able to move and being able to actually like make a movement. Clarification on movement, please. It's such like a happy, lighthearted energy. Two of Wands. Wow, you're ready to set off on a new journey. You're ready for a new path. Ready for a new start, new journey, new path. The two of Wands is always pretty much like a new pathway, a new walkway. Thank you. Silly energy, huh? Oh, wait, what? Interesting. But what are you waiting for? Oh, okay. 3 of Wands. So I asked for some more clarification on this new path, okay? And what came up is first the 8 of Swords, which the 8 of Swords is really about a person being bound by their own fears, by their own deconstruct, essentially. You know, like she's tied up, but she's not really tied up. Like she could take the blindfold off. She could take the blindfold off and, you know, get out of that. She's not really in prison. You know, there's ways around. There's always a loophole. There's ways around everything, essentially. And I asked, what do you feel bound about, right? What do you feel constricted by exactly, right? 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is like, this dude's, you know, overlooking, like waiting for his ships to come in, but he's also like, when his ships come in, he's on his way out. So maybe you feel bound by the current constrictions, like from the COVID, right? Yeah. You've been feeling this since like Aquarius season, for sure. The Page of Swords. Captivation. Entrance. And then the Hierophant, Sage or Mentor. Okay, so this is really about... I know everybody feels captive by the current circumstances going on, and maybe you would have already gone and been there, but you don't, like, you can't make the movement. Literally, you're being blocked. It's causing you a lot of pain. I'm sorry. I love you. Don't be sad. We don't make the laws, you know, that's the whole thing. Law and justice, this is how it started off, right? And being sneaky. Maybe you might be able to be sneaky to make this happen. I don't know. Are you trapped by your own accord? Oh, it's too many, I think. Okay. You feel trapped or confined by something that you're connected to. But you don't know if it's like the best thing for you, you know, we have the devil. So it's magnetism, something that lures you where it is, like, and you're feeling confined by that. You're feeling confined because there's, wherever you are is making you, like there's something that's like brought you there, right? There's something that keeps you there instead of making this movement, right? But you could be receiving more. You could be receiving more. You can get way more access, way more abundance, way more money, way more gifts. Look at gifts, bounty. You could actually be getting more if you stop trapping, you know, trapping yourself. Card at the bottom, the Empress. Conception, intuition. You have to get your mind out of it. So apparently what needs to be, what the biggest thing is right now is we really need to focus on what our thoughts are, okay? We need to focus on what our thoughts are. We need to really be like, words become thoughts, become actions, like this is real. If we're manifesting right, if we're going into this higher level, of consciousness, of reality, right? We're manifesting things. Now just think about like, what do we really want? What are our big dreams? Like, what are our big dreams for the world? For like the whole world, like for our whole communities, for something bigger than just self, right? What are we, like, what are the goals, the ambitions, the dreams? Like, what do we want to paint? If we could paint a picture and we got to design something, like, what color would we pick? You know, like, what would be our color palette? Like, you know, what would our work look like? What would our community look like? What would our garden look like? What would these things look like? This is really what needs to happen. You know, we're in this time, this age, and this special magical time on Earth, where we have the ability to really bring that in. You know, and the Empress being intuition, then we have the High Priestess. This is the same thing, right? High Priestess, discernment, precedence, prophecy, vision, okay? And this is a 2. So this is about duality. We're right here where the twins are, okay? Now is the time to come together with ourselves, with our intuition. Like, if somebody doesn't seem like right to be with or to be hanging out with, like, maybe they're not. Follow your gut instinct. Now is a really good time to really dive into your gut instinct. You know, it doesn't mean you have to be like stinky or nasty or rude to other people, but like, who do you really want to like? Who do you really enjoy spending your time with? What kind of people, what kind of principles? That's what's going to bring the ultimate. That's what's going to bring the ultimate payout, okay? Not just for us, for our whole family, for a whole generation, for everything, right? The 10 of Pentacles. That's full wealth, full everything. Everything in this realm we could want. We have it. Clarification on the 10 of Pentacles, High Priestess. So yeah, we've been holding on. We've been holding on to our money. It's okay, hold on. We make good decisions, but it's not just our money. It's how we spend our thoughts, our actions, everything, right? This is everything. So we really have to carefully hold on to like what we have, but do it in a way that is productive for everyone to come out like fulfilled at the end, okay? Don't be such a miser over things, you know? If you have a way, if you know somebody else that needs something done and somebody else that does the work, connect them, okay? Help each other out. Like, now's a great time. Now is a great time. Yeah, exactly. Now is judgment time. What are we doing? What actions are we taking? What are we doing? How are we helping others? Now is judgment time, judgment day. And like what we choose now is going to be what unfolds for us, like how we're setting up. Just imagine the rest of your life. Like what are you going to put up with? What do you want? What do you need? Like, yeah. And you need to be strict about it. You need to say what it is, right? Now is the time to really do that. It's time to communicate. What do you want? Okay? Queen of Swords. Don't be elusive. Don't be like this. What you need to do is say what you want. That way you get it. Okay? And then Four of Wands. In this card, it's the wolf. It's stamina and it's potency. Okay? In this card, it's the wolf. In most cards, it's union, right? So what I would say is this is kind of like union between your soul and what your soul really wants, right? This is like, what this just reminds me of is like the Native American story of the black wolf and the white wolf, right? And at the end of the day, you're both. It's just which one you feed. Which one you feed. The light or the dark? What do you want to feed? What creativity do you want to feed? What projects? What community? What people do you want to feed? What do you want to nurture in yourself? Now is a really important time to really nurture that and connect with that. I'm going to do just a couple keepers of the light, and then I'll let you guys go. Yeah, to get what we want, we sometimes have to act by making better decisions for the whole, because it helps change. One more. Perfect. So, the last 3 cards for the day. A Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding right now. So if you're thinking about trying to book those tickets or get something in order, or trying to get somewhere, if you can, everything's in divine order. If you really feel prompted to do something, do it. You're the one that knows when is the right time. And when we tap into that more and less to what everybody else is telling us we can and can do. The second is Lord Ganesha. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. And the last one is Mahavatar Babaji. Soul expansion. Babaji. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. And on his neck right there, that's the Sri Yantra and the Om symbol. Beautiful. The Sri Yantra is the ultimate balancing of the masculine and the feminine energy. And the Om is obviously a nice resonation frequency we should all tap into. Me, myself, more. So anyways, my lovely beings, if you've been here this whole time, thank you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share if the information resonates, if you think somebody else needs to hear it. I appreciate all the feedback and comments and messages. Infinite blessings, love and light.